With this particular one, we are asked to solve this word problem. We're going to use a system of equation in order to solve it. Matt and Kim decided to improve their landscaping in their house. So they went down and purchased some roses and some shrubs. So they bought it from the same store, indicating that the prices are the same. Matt spent $55 on 5 roses, 5 shrubs. Kim spent $71 on 5 roses and 7 shrubs. What's the cost of 1 rose and the cost of 1 shrub? Okay, now an important piece here, it asks to list our answers as rows, comma, shrubs with no labels. Okay, so if it was $4 for a rose and the shrubs cost $6, our answer will just be 4, comma 6. That's going to become important whenever you enter it into the online system. Okay, but let's look at this one. First thing we need to identify is we need to classify or assign a variable to the roses and assign a variable to the shrubs. You can pick any variable you want. X and Y are the most common. Those are the ones that I will choose. So I'm going to choose that the roses will be X's and the Y will represent the shrubs. Okay, and that just makes it a little bit easier when we're trying to write each one of our equations down. Now, first of all, let's talk about Matt. Excuse me. Matt spent $55 on 5 roses and 5 shrubs. So this will be 5 times the number of roses, 5x, plus 5 times the number of shrubs, 5y. 5x times 5y, excuse me, 5x plus 5y equals 55. This is 5 roses plus 5 shrubs equals $55. Okay, Kim spent $71 on 5 roses and 7 shrubs. Well, we already know roses are x and shrubs are y, so 5x plus 7y equals 71. Okay, so in the 71 just comes right down here. Now, we look at these two, and they have the same number here, and now I can solve them like a normal system of equation. I have x's and y's. I want to try to eliminate one of them so I can find the value of the other. I can add these two together. The problem is if I add them together, it doesn't cancel any of them out. But I look at this and I say, okay, this is a 5x and this is a 5x. If I multiply one of these two equations, it doesn't matter which one, by -1, then I can eliminate my x's. And again, you can choose to multiply the second equation, all 3 parts, by -1. That would work just fine. On this particular one, I'm going to multiply the top equation, all of them, by -1. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. Multiply everything by -1, all 3 parts. So it's a -5x minus 5y equals -55. Now, this second equation, I don't need to multiply by anything. I just keep it the same. I just take it straight over. Now, you see here with my x's, these cancel each other out. So then I've got a -5y plus 7y will give me -2y, and I've got a -55 minus 71, which will give me a 16. Okay, so now that I have this, I know that 2y equals 16, so that must mean that y equals 8. And I look down here, let's see, y represents the number, represents shrubs. It's the cost of the shrubs. So 8 would be the cost of the shrubs. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to plug in that 8 for y to find out what our x value is. And we can do either one of these two equations. It really doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick just the first one just because it's there. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this one, but instead of writing y, I'm going to write 8. So this is 5x plus, instead of 5y, it'll be 5 times 8 equals 55. Okay, now we're just going to simplify this one and solve it for x. 5x plus 40 equals 55. I move my 40 onto the other side. 5x equals 15. I know that x equals 3 in this case. Okay, well, if x equals 3, x is my price of my roses. And I know that x equals 3 and my shrubs are 8, and it asks me to list the price as roses, comma, shrub with no label. So in other words, no $sign. So in this case, it's going to be 3, comma, 8 will be my answer. Okay, again, the 3 came from my roses and then asked me to list the answer as roses first, then shrubs. And then 8 would be my shrubs. There's normally would be a $sign, but this asks specifically for no labels.